So, we all have our little stash hidden away, that little nest egg that we keep for a rainy day. And when the wind blows in the right direction and our necessity warrants, we let our little bundle free to be sold and make life a little easier, or at least we should have.
Yes.
Should have. Now, I'm not a professional numismatist, but I do have my stash, so I follow the quotations of the markets of the precious metals from time to time to keep me updated. Something big is about to happen. The price of gold in dollar terms has risen 20% this year alone. We haven't even left January yet. In the space of 3 months, in Brazilian terms, the price of 1 gram of pure gold has risen by over 50%. Back in October of last year, I was discussing with the goldsmith how I was surprised that gold was just over 600 reais per gram back then. Today, it's over 900. If I'm not mistaken, it's 920 reais a gram. And they say that the tendency is for the value to increase even further this year and next. Now, Robert Kiyosaki, he's the guy who wrote the self-help book Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
Yesterday cheered as gold on the international market passed $5,000 an ounce. He said gold is going to $27,000 an ounce. Now, I'm sure it's true, but not anytime soon.
No. Well, yeah.
You see, he was clever enough not to slip in a time frame with into his quote. But I'm sure one day, if the dollar tanks in value, then it will reach $27,000 an ounce. I just don't think it will be anytime soon. It could be, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Things, yeah.
Rudri Patel, a senior financial expert at the firm Geobanking Rates, said that if gold hit anything close to Kiyosaki's prediction, there would have to be a complete reform of the US dollar system, with perhaps the dollar returning back to the gold standard, where countries can only have enough currency in their floating around in their financial economy to cover the cost of the gold in their vaults. So, for example, if a country only has 1 ounce of gold today with a value at $5,000 and they had to print new currency, the value of that 1 ounce of gold they have will stay at $5,000, but their currency become weaker because they need more of it to cover because there's more of it available. But it hasn't got to that stage, not just as yet, anyway. The general consensus at the London Bullion Market Association is that gold will possibly hit 6,000 an ounce by March or April. It's already topped. It's 5,200 at the moment. So it might top 6,000 by March or April, and possibly 7,000 by year's end. That's in dollar terms. Yeah. Either way, I won't be selling my stash just yet. I'll get through the expense of repairing my car through being more frugal over the next month.
Yeah, that'll be it from you. Yeah.
Not even for me. There you are.
Yeah.
But I will sell the stuff before I pop my clothes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no use in hoarding the stuff in the first place. I'm gonna have to. Can't leave it to the kids.
Yes.
It's far too bad. Silver, to my delight, also bounced up around 10% recently.
Yeah.
Now, silver, I found out today, last year, rose 127% value in 2020 over the whole year.
Yeah.
But it's nowhere near the price of gold. But I've got a kilo hidden away somewhere. It's 1,000 grams, and when you add it all together, It's a good night out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You'll be my friend till then, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. But I have to say, my crypto seems to have reached a plateau.
Yeah.
So there's not much joy there, which is a cautionary tale, people. You don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Mm,
A little bit in gold, a little bit in silver, a little bit in crypto.
mm.
If you're really adventurous, go into the stock markets, but don't put all your money in one place
Yeah.
because
I mean,
some
that's
of it goes better, some of it gets worse, some of it stays where it is.
red bet.
There
Yeah.
you are. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen
Yeah. Well,
quite quickly
mm,
in this world to make this gold price go up even further.
well, I mean, obviously, um, when there's global security issues, gold always does this, and silver to a point. Yeah. People go for tangible rather than the intangible, you know. It's a natural reaction. I mean, I'm not going to speculate whether we're living in particularly unstable times or not. I study a lot of history, and I don't think it's any more unstable than possibly it was in the 1960s and 70s in many ways. Yeah. Um, yeah. I don't think there's any real new world order coming in. I think certain leaders are trying to preserve the old world order and call it a new world order because it's good for them to keep it as such. It's a rebranding. Yeah. Yeah. There's probably only one global leader who's actually actively trying to reform things. Some people call him a disruptor. I think he's probably more of a reality checker in many ways. Yeah. But he's saying, yeah, we need to have a good, serious talk about how we do things around the world globally. And even, yeah, despite everything else, he puts his put he's making his country put his arm out to traditional enemies as well to say, hey, we can still do business. Um, yeah, which will bring stability, hopefully. Um, yeah, but like I say, in uncertainty, gold prices go up or commodities go up as well. People do, or some go up, some go down. I know it sounds a bit odd, yeah, but for things that people want to store, other commodities fall by the wayside when there's no building or other construction work going on. Um, so, um, like I said, studying history from the 1970s, 60s, 70s, where I think gold went up then as well, was fluctuating, went up. Um, I think people panic a little bit. Um, I think we're in for a bit of a long haul at the moment for the next couple of years with this new ideas coming in online, as it were, pending a major conflict somewhere. Um, and um, yeah, I mean, I think yes, something is coming. I think there was a book called, well, I know there was a book called The Fourth Turning, written some years ago, and it says probably the end of our 80-year cycle is in 2028, but that could be 2030. Yeah. It's the points of the video that I watched called Spirited Man. I forgot who the guy was. Um, it was a it's it's just a theory, not mathematics. But yeah, probably up to 2030, we're probably going to go through this period of strange crisis, um, instability, um, and yes, people are going to be looking tangible things to hold on to, things that hold their value. Not necessarily in the short term, looking to long term, like you. People are going to be, and institutions are as well, don't forget. Um, and yeah, I mean, I'm no economist. I don't understand exactly how the global markets work sometimes, or if they don't or do. But when I hear economists always arguing with bunks themselves about it, I think, well, I'll use the person who's got the best judgment for themselves, me,
Yeah.
um, my understanding. Um, I think it's interesting. I'd say it's interesting times, and project ourselves 30 years in the future when we're reading the history about our time now, about a global pandemic that didn't really exist, or was a man-made pandemic, wearing of masks,
Yeah.
populations who seemingly getting panicked, populations going into restrictive um, habitation, a complete global shutdown, not quite of the global economy. Um, then the other side of it all, we have had a couple of minor conflicts. I mean, I would even say Ukraine-Russia war is a minor conflict. The Israeli-Gaza thing isn't really a conflict as such. It's one country policing another. Yeah. I'm not saying it's nice and pretty, but yeah. Um, the what's happening in Iran is still of global interest. There are some
Yes.
people. There are some people that want the current administration in Iran to remain. There are
But
others like there,
Russia seems to be supporting Iran.
yeah. There are others like me who would like who would like the Shah to return for the people on the ground's sake, humanitarian, yeah, more humane reasons. If the people of Iran want the Shah there, they're entitled to the government they feel they want, not one that's been forced on them and has been since 1979 in reality. Um, yeah, let alone, yeah. The relationships pretty much in the Middle East are probably as calm as they've ever been in many ways, with other countries supporting the existence of Israel, at least now, to a point. Um, so again, yeah, but people are still uncertain about what's going to happen. None of us do. No. Um, and then everybody's blaming either America, or everybody's blaming Ukraine. There are lots of factors going on at the moment, and people
Yeah.
are going to turn to tangible things. They're not going to suddenly invest in property companies, even electronic companies, AI. The people that invested heavily in AI are probably about to get a bloody nose over it.
A lot of them are, but simply because history tells us so.
Yeah,
Knows the when the internet boom, it
yeah,
had the internet boom and bust.
yeah.
If people are trying to do the same thing now with AI, the same thing's going to happen.
Well, I think AI will be a useful tool.
But there'd only be two or three companies that are going to rule the roost, and the others are just going to collapse
Well, yeah,
or be sold to these two or three companies.
yeah. I mean that happens with anything, entertainment industry, building, construction.
Yep, yep, of course.
Um, I mean, okay, yeah, like you said, the IT industry, lots of these little startups that were well intentioned and probably were doing products even better than
Yep.
some of the major companies were doing gets followed up. I mean, yeah, even doing what we do. You go on an app one day, the next day it's been bought out by someone. Yeah, a little startup company set up a software company. Like I say, games industry. There's only three or four big players in that. Um, Slowly losing money for various reasons. I'll say. Um, there's nothing of any certainty at the moment. So that's what market's like. So that's why we all going to reach, a few dollars by your gold wherever you store your gold. Yeah, be it under your bed or in a safe deposit box or in a bank somewhere. Yeah,
I've got mine right.
yeah. Well, I'm not going to ask. Yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't tell.
Hey, you wouldn't
You said
tell.
you wouldn't ask. I wouldn't tell.
No, no, yeah, no. I'll get my spade ready and go to the spot anyway. Make sure it's still there for you. I'll look after it for you. Yeah. Yeah. So again, yeah, I'm no expert on this, as you can say. I'm kind of talking about generally about it. I think it's interesting to look at like you do. Occasionally I'll see it come up on the telly, or something will flash up on one of my internet feeds.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah. And yeah, the price of gold is going up. It doesn't directly affect me. I don't have that a nice little tangible nest egg. I've got other things,
Well,
but yeah.
I mean, when I bought my gold, I didn't buy it all in one go.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
uh, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit each month,
Yeah.
and just until I had. after about 5 6 months,
Mm,
I had what I thought was enough, and
mm.
stashed it.
Yeah. Well, that's it. And good luck to you on it. Yeah.
Well,
You'll, yeah. You should really buy ISAs in the UK. I should have bought ISAs in the UK and see what's happening there now.